Welcome back. Talk to most residents of East Knoxville's Walter P. Taylor homes, and they'll tell you relationships with police were on edge for much of the 90s. But since then, strides have been made to bridge the gap. And that includes the work of two officers, one a longtime veteran, the other a product of Austin East, whose mission is to give back to his community. Anchor Bo Williams shows us how they're working together to improve relations.
For almost 2 decades, KPD Lieutenant Gordon Gwathney has been calling the streets of Walter P. and East Knoxville home.
I like to walk, so I walk to Walter P. every day.
And during that time, the KPD veteran has established a lot of bonds, but maybe no greater than the one he has with Officer Matthew Sims.
He's 35 now. I've known him since he was 13 or 14.
He's my mentor.
The residents have seen him with me so much they call me a stepdaddy.
A 2003 graduate of Austin East, Matthew Sims is closing in on 5 years as a Knox County School Division officer, a career he has pursued since an early encounter with the man he simply calls Officer G.
It was like about 20 degrees outside, and it's real cold, and I said, he was Officer G then. I said, Officer G, you mind to give me a ride home? And he's like, sure. Took me about 3 blocks. When I got out of that car, that's when I made my mind up. That's what I want to do. Yeah, nice to meet you. I guess the main thing was how he treated me. He's respectful, and that right there bridged the gap.
An approach Officer Sims says he now uses to this day.
One of the biggest aspects I pick up from him is respect. I treat each and every person I come in contact with respect. And 9 times out of 10, I get respected back.
And that's what Sims continues to do as he works to build the trust with those he serves.
I always try to give back in my community, and especially with the younger kids, try to play with them, mentor them, show them that I'm a human being just like they are.
A lesson he has taken from his mentor and vice versa.
I've been a mentor for him, and he has for me with the community.
When a new officer comes out, I try to tell them to be respectful and what to do, how to carry yourself, and most people always tell me. He taught me a lot. I learned from Lieutenant Gwathney, so I just pass it on down.
And it's that teamwork, that ability to connect with those they serve that will hopefully assist in bridging a gap.
Both those officers are, let's say, they personify what we mean when we say community policing. They exhibit that in a way that just lets us know that it works. It works if we work it.
In Knoxville, Bo Williams, WATE, 6 on your side.
Now, we recently sat down with Lieutenant Gwathney and former Knoxville NAACP President Dewey Roberts to get their thoughts on whether relations between police and the residents of Walter P. Taylor are improving or continue to struggle. Both admit it is a work in progress, but they say by just starting a dialogue, it is already paying off.
Relationship with the police, in the 90s, there wasn't much communication between the inner city citizens and the police, and we had a very hard time getting witnesses now, and now they'll come to us.
You can always get better, you can always do more, but you have to start somewhere moving toward a goal of just everybody being satisfied.
They want you to listen. If you don't listen, you're not going to succeed.
This is a lesson not only for Knoxville, but it's for all across the country. We have to really, really work on establishing that communication between the police departments and the different communities.
Now, the Knoxville Police Department has been integrated since 1882. Currently, of its 357 officers on the force, 20 are black, and 1 recruit is nearing graduation from the Recruit Academy. KPD spokesperson Scott Erlin says the primary goal of the department's recruiting efforts are attracting qualified and diverse candidates. The recruitment team specifically targets communities and colleges with a higher population of minority citizens and students, both locally and regionally.